Hey everybody, welcome into Universal Beauty, and today we're going to be talking about just doing makeup for Thanksgiving, which is on Thursday, and just having a look that's easy and just kind of goes with the warmth of the season, but not complicated, so that you still have time to enjoy your family and your friends. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Extra Spicy Gingerbread Palette and a little help from Urban Decay, which is just a single shadow for there. We're going to blend those two together. So if you would like to have this look or something similar, please keep on watching. If you don't know who we are and you haven't checked out the channel, we're just a group of people that love to check out different products, and everybody's welcome here. Would love it if you would subscribe, hit that button down below, and you can also hit the bell for notifications every time there's a new upload, okay? So let's get to it. Okay, so to begin with, I thought kind of Thanksgiving, I'm thinking about just, although here in California we don't really have seasons, I always tend to think of this time of year as seasons changing. So I thought maybe something like autumn leaves, that kind of, spicy warms would be good for Thanksgiving. And I realized that a lot of us are going to be starting the day kind of earlier in the day, and there's going to be our parents, our kids, cousins, family members, all that. So everybody just needs to relax. We don't need to go bang in there with a big dramatic look. Let's just kind of really keep it easy. I guess that, let me see, we should have the Too Faced Extra Spicy Gingerbread Palette again, just because it does lend itself to all those lovely colors of autumn leaves. Now, the only thing is that for me, I kind of wanted to add a little bit of green in there, and there's no green in this palette. Well, duh, because there's nothing green to do with gingerbread, unless it's moldy. But anyway, I'm going to add in, I have this Urban Decay Lounge, this color is called Lounge, and it's this kind of brownish color, but it does pull a little bit of green. It's not really a proper duochrome, but I'm going to add that in for me. I've already done my foundation, and using my favorite Giorgio Armani face fabric. I can't beat this stuff. It's I'm in the shade 4, and I swear it matches me so well that sometimes I have to look in close to even find out where it is before I start blending it in. It's just a dead-on match. Anyway, I used a little bit of the Edward Best Golden Hour Mousse Bronzer because, hey, does that not scream autumn leaves to you? So I did a little bit of that bronzer and a little bit of contour on the sides too. Okay, so I have my primer. I think I used, what is it? I used Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I used a little bit also of the Shadow Insurance on the lids. Okay, so let's get started for just an easy Thanksgiving kind of look. You can bump this up if you want, or you can dial it back. It depends on what you want to do. I'm going to start in with just getting everything even. This is called Vanilla Wafers. It's the lightest color in the palette. It's that one there. Okay, so I'm just going to apply that from the crease to the brow bone to just kind of start laying the land for just evening out any kind of whatever redness or discoloration that might be on the lids. I just like everything to kind of start uniform. Okay, so you won't really see much there, but because there's really no color. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is go into, I'm looking for a brush that I want right now. Let me see. I think I probably should start washing my brushes on Friday or Saturday night, because by the time I'm doing these videos for you, they look, they're not like pristine, and that could look weird. All right, this next color, I think we're going to go in for the graham. It's like this color right here, and I think that is supposed to be kind of like a graham crackery kind of color is what they're going for. All right, so we're going to pick up a little bit of For the Graham. Boy, that one has got some kickback to it. And we're going to go into the crease and, the lower lash line, just giving that a little bit of depth. I think this brush that I'm using is a, what is it? It's Jeffree Star. Does that say 156 maybe? I don't know. I can't tell anymore. But you can see what it looks like. It's just like a blending brush with a slightly pointed tip. Okay, and so anyway, we're doing a job here in the crease. We're just kind of blending that in with vanilla wafers and getting it in the crease. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm still struggling with lighting, and I found this, it starts off okay, but sometimes this lighting ring has a mind of its own and it could cut out randomly. I hope it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna hit right under my lower lash line with this for the gram color. Go ahead and make whatever face you need to make when you're putting this on, because who cares? It's just, if it helps for you to open your mouth a little, do it. All right. Next, I'm gonna go into, let me see here. I think this brush and this one, can I tell what that is? This, I think, is the 159 Jeffree Star brush, Jeffree Morphe collab. Looks like that. And I'm gonna go into this color called Butterscotch that looks like this. Oops, let me try to give you a better, there we go. That one. Okay, so let's get a little bit of butterscotch, and we're just kind of going to go onto the lid. All right, I'm just going to kind of bring that, I'm still kind of blending it into the crease color as well, but just kind of laying that butterscotch color down over the lid. You see what I'm doing? Okay. And I know that it seems like a strange color, but it's pretty neutral on. So I don't think this is going to like look crazy. If you're not used to this color, don't worry. I think it's okay. And then again, I'm just gonna slightly blend that on top of for the gram under eye. But you don't have to. Okay, so then this is where I'm kind of finished with my palette here, and the colors again that we used, we started with vanilla wafers, then we went into for the gram and butterscotch, okay? But now, because I said I want just that touch of green, I'm using this Urban Decay, and it is called Lounge. I'm gonna use this as a Sigma duo fiber blending brush. It's an E41. You see how that's just got kind of got that point? So I'm going into this color, and I'm just hitting my outer V just to deepen that a little. Hazel eyes or green-eyed girls, you can kind of stop here. Brown eyes or ambery colored eyes, you guys can go full on, because that really, I think the darker your eye color, it really lends itself to more kind of exotic or deeper colors. For blue eyes, like I said, I think I just need something else, a little more contrast than just the these colors here. Okay, that's why I'm kind of gonna deepen the V. But like I say, for hazel and green eyes, you could stop without doing this part and still have it look very good. And when I say green for this, it's so subtle. I don't mean really like leaf green. It's just kind of got this hint of it in the brown. I really like it. I'm holding my brush with my finger pretty close to the tip, because I find with doing this like detail work on the inner corner, or the outer corner, it you know, the further back it's too difficult. Let me see, I just had a little bit of fallout from that, so I'm just gonna whisk that away. By the way, I do really love that Edward Best bronzer. I just kind of can't believe how good that is. It's called Golden Hour, and it's a mousse. It's gonna last forever, but God, what a pretty, pretty color. Okay. One more pass, and we are gonna be done with this. Okay, so I just want to make sure it's really hitting me at the lash line, just in the outer corner, a little bit up into the crease and a little bit down below is what I'm going for. Okay. Yep, I think that's good enough. Okay, and now I just want to take my dedicated blending brush and you know, smooth out any, if I feel like there's any hard edges. Again, you're just kind of going in swirls, lighter touch, you know, just to make sure that it's all blended. I think that lid color Butterscotch is reading a little bit more orangey than it actually is on camera. It looks different in my mirror than it is in the monitor there, so don't worry. I don't want you to feel like you're gonna have pumpkin lids going out for Thanksgiving. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just putting this bronzer away. Been gazing at it lovingly for the whole time. Now, because again, I'm into keeping this look a little softer, brown eyeliner underneath at least, just so there's no hard black lines. Again, if you have a deeper skin tone or brown dark eyes, you can go with black and it looks very beautiful. It's more of an exotic look, and on fair to medium, I think it can tend to look hard. So I always go with brown underneath. I don't want the, you know, sometimes of course, if I'm, you know, I'll join up the corner with like black liquid liner or something if I'm, you know, joining it up. But for, you know, for the midpoint, I like to keep it the softer brown and not hard looking. Okay, that works. Yeah, so now for liner across the top, let me see, I've got this, this is Tarte Man-Eater. And again, it's one of those little felt tip liners. I don't want to go real heavy with this. So what you can do for these, it helps a little to have, let me pull this brush out of here, a mirror, and you just kind of keep it below you and look down into it, and that way you really help. Instead of looking straight on and trying to do your line, it's sort of helpful to look down and do it. You don't have to go in one fluid stroke. You can kind of just sketch along until you find it, you know, the line that you want, and you know, you can wing it out if you want. The good rule of thumb is don't extend any further than your furthest lash goes out from the side. That's kind of a way to rein it in. All right, so I'm just gonna lightly go across. And very slightly. Yeah, you can hardly even tell. Okay, and then you can come back in straight on and fix the inner part if you want to do that. Yeah, that's just like a nice smooth line though. All right, same for the other side, but now because I'm right-handed, I'm going to cross over and maybe kind of come in the other way. Instead of going out this way, I'm coming in this way. And you know, you kind of want to try to see if you can get those wings even, of course. Okay. What did I do? I think I got a little spot there again. Remember our little trick, like if you have a little skip mark, don't do anything about it right away or you'll smear it. Just give it a minute to dry down, and then you can like scratch it off with your spoolie gently. Okay, I'm just kind of making sure that the slightest little wing that I have going here matches the other side. Which is the hardest thing to do, always. kind of fill-in that you think you need to do. Okay, waiting for that to just dry down a little bit, but that is good enough. It's not a big hard line. It doesn't look ultra dramatic, so it will be fine in the daytime, you know, because a lot of times I think everybody gets their Thanksgiving started like earlier in the day. It's not like really a nighttime thing, is it? Okay. If you wanted to kind of skip a lot of the eyeshadow stuff and have a very neutral eye, great. But make sure your brows are groomed. You know, we always talk about that, right? Just comb them in place, even if you don't use any kind of product to, you know, fill them in or do anything like that. Okay, now here is where your spoolie comes in handy. I don't know, can you see that I made that little mistake right there? Okay, so now it's dry and there's no fear of smearing it, and you can literally just scratch it off. I'm just doing that gently, and now it's gone. Okay, so that's the way to get rid of that stuff. What else am I doing? Oh, brows, right. Okay, so where did it go? Yes, I want to use the Too Faced Chocolate Brownie on my eyebrows today. It's a slant tip like this, and the product just comes up and it's very flat. And I just start with little hair-like strokes and using the under part of your eyebrow to use as a guide. You don't want to go any lower than that, and just you know, sketch it out, and then you can fill in from the middle or the top or however you want to do it. For myself, I am very sparse right at the front and a little bit in the middle, so that's where I usually like to, you know, just imitate little hair-like strokes to kind of thicken that up a little and keep it on going. Okay, there you go. And same on the other side, bottom as a guide. I'm doing this with my hand crossed over in a weird angle because I just don't want to put my hand in front of my face when I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. So yeah, kind of odd looking, I know. Okay, there you go. There's that. Brows, boom, done. And again, I think I am going to bring my little spoolie up just to make sure I have everything groomed out the way I would like it to be. I think I might have just a little bit. Okay, that's better. Yeah. All right, and now to keep it in place all day, I do like to use the, what do you call it? Brow gel, I guess. And comb it through. It's almost like a little hair gel or a hairspray for your brows to keep them in place so they don't go wandering and get all weird. So this, it's just a comb through. It's a lighter kind of a taupey brown and just down. Okay. My brows are never going to be perfect. I have one that acts right and one that doesn't. So I just do the best I can with that. Okay. Do I want any kind of blush? I don't want to go with anything too... Normally, you know, I always love my Edward Best Bed of Roses, but as you can see, this color it's very pink, and that's not exactly what the color story is with this. So I'm going to try this Laura Geller Soft Matte Baked Blush. This is in Romantic Rose. You can see it's more of a deeper kind of a color. That kind of matches more with what we have going. A little bit of that, and again, not pressing in, not digging in, just gliding over the surface just to put on a little flush of color. The bristles are barely touching my skin. They're just gliding over it, and kind of, I go in these like little round movements. Okay, and that's good enough right there. Okay, and that, still using my little whatever sponge thing to clean these brushes. I love this tool, it's so awesome, gosh. I don't know how I did without that for so long because I really find it handy. Okay, and again, let's just make sure that there's no fallout. A little mascara. Let's see, where's my Old Faithful here? Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. Okay, and just gonna put a coat of that on. Again, you can make whatever face you need to make to get your eyelashes to happen the way you want them to. Sometimes it helps to open your mouth. Other times, not so much. A lot of times it's really hard to keep your mouth shut when you're putting on mascara. I don't know why that is. Okay. Lastly, let me see. Okay, I'm going to use... First, I'm going to go in with the Bye Bye Pores. And I'm just going to go over my kind of T-zone trouble areas where my pores tend to get larger, which is like right here, like that. Give yourself a nice finish. And now for my, kind of last face thing, I'm just going to use this Edward Best. This is copper foil. This is going to be my highlighter. It's got the same kind of look as that mousse, but this is a little more on the coppery side, I would say. And nice and subtle because I am in the over 40 group. I don't want blinding and I don't want anything settling into any fine lines. So it's very gentle. I am just putting a little sheen on there and coming around like this. And then I usually like to go right under the brow as well. A little bit on the Cupid's bow. Okay. But yeah, you can see it's pretty subtle. It's just got a nice little shine, but it's not crazy. For lips, again, I love an overdrawn lip. I'm gonna do that. I blend it with my finger just so it's not a hard line. And I have here, what is this? This is the Too Faced Erica Jane collab. These are Polite Lips. And it's kind of a shimmery peach. You can go deeper, more pumpkin spice, depending on, again, your skin tones and whatever. That doesn't tend to look great for me. I look weird in dark colors of lipstick, so those are better for me. Okay, so I'll be right back and we'll wind this up. Okay, so here's the finished look with hair out of the headband. I hope that this works for you, or you find a variation on this theme that will just work so you can have a very easy, relaxing Thanksgiving and enjoy yourself and not worry about your look, and just having it be easy. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Sparkle hard.